Hey, what's goody, Frye gang? Now, side order is just over 2 weeks away, and I've already given my hopes and things I want to see in side order. I've also kind of already given my hopes for Splatoon 3, like the rest of Splatoon 3, what I want to see when updates are over. So I decided, why not give 4 things that I want to see for Splatoon 4. Picked 4 because it thematically fits. So what are 4 things that I want to see in Splatoon 4 when that does inevitably happen? Now keep in mind there are many other things I could probably come up with for things I wanted, but I'm just going to list 4 of the ones that come to mind for this video. The first one has to do with Salmon Run. So the ability to use Grisco weapons more. So perhaps having rotations. I know we already have rotations with random weapons. You can get any weapon in the game and have a chance of getting Grisco weapons, but I wish there is, or I hope there is, a mode to where it's the same thing. We get random weapon rotation, but it's only Grisco weapons, so we can only use Grisco weapons. That would be very fun, as Grisco weapons are the most fun weapons in the game to play. Especially Grisco Blaster, Brella, and Charger are my favorite. They're so fun, and just the dopamine you get from hitting those Charger shots are so nice. That, and allowing us to actually choose Grisco weapons in the private lobbies. So for a lot of you who don't know, which I didn't even know this till a little bit ago, you can actually set up your own like Salmon Run lobbies and choose which weapons with which stage, which hazard level, and all of that. I didn't know that. I don't know how it took me so long to figure that out, but it's cool. It's a cool idea. But I hope they add the ability to use Grisco weapons, as well as bring back the scrapped underground mode. Now, I've talked about this in my cut content video, so I'm just to play a snippet of that here to explain what it is. For those, there are 3 of them called Underground, Pair, and Contest. Underground is a harder version of Salmon Run with various changes. And the changes are: every boss has 30% more HP and moves 30% faster. Alright, just that alone is just terrifying. And then 2 of the bosses that spawn will drop large golden eggs, roughly the same size as the golden eggs seen in Return of the Mammalian's final boss battle, which add 5 eggs to the counter each. And then the quota increases faster than regular, having a +3, +5, and +7 quota. Now, unfortunately, the next one would to be more customization options. Not that this is something that bothers me, but I do know a lot of people want more customization options, and especially the option to choose the color of the fingertips and the hair tips. Like, I think all of the idols, if not some of the idols, at least Deadfish I know for sure, her tips are different colored than the rest of her hair. I think also Deep Cut when a Splatfest is happening. I'm not really too sure, I don't pay that much attention. But there is some Octolings and I think Inklings have different colored hair tips. So giving us an option to color the tips of our hair whichever different color would be nice, as well as the fingers would be a nice addition. And for the love of Frye, please give us more Octoling hairstyles. All right, we still don't, the Octolings still don't have anywhere near as much as the Inklings, which is kind of understandable, but also at the same time is kind of sad, since I prefer to play as Octolings instead. And the hairstyles, I'm just not really a big fan of most of the hairstyles. The one I like the most is Agent 8's hairstyle, but even then that's kind of bland to me. There is one that I like a lot for the Inkling, is that's like the double pigtail, but that's an Inkling hairstyle and I don't want to play as an Inkling. So maybe give us more Octoling hairstyles, or allow us to kind of like cross the style. So allow Inklings to use Octoling hairstyles and vice versa, but obviously adding or taking away suction cups for whichever side we choose. That would be pretty cool. Just more customization options in general would be pretty dope for Splatoon 4. For number 3, I want to see more abilities, more main abilities. I don't really think any abilities have been added to the game, to any of the games past Splatoon 1. I think Respawn Punisher was introduced in Splatoon 2, as well as Haunt and Haunt, Drop Roller, Thermal Link. I don't know, I don't really know the abilities, all the abilities in Splatoon 1. For as far as I know, a lot of them could have been introduced in Splatoon 2, but at least for Splatoon 3 we haven't gotten any new abilities, and it'd be nice to see some in Splatoon 4. Now, I'm not really too sure what they could do, because at least for me, everything that I can think of they already have. We can run speed, swim speed, ink recovery, ink saver sub, and main special saver. Like, there's already all these abilities that we have. It's really kind of hard to think of any new ones to use. One of them that I can think of is jump height. So abilities to increase jump height, we haven't seen anything like that before, and it wouldn't be too broken. If anything, it would help chargers a lot more to be able to jump over ledges, and any weapons that like to shark under ledges, it would kind of help with them a bit. It also just help with tower control, I think. So being able to increase jump height by a little bit wouldn't be such a bad idea, actually. And you know what? Fuck it. Bring back main power up too. All right. I know main power up was just traumatizing for Splatoon 2, but I also think it would be very funny for main power up to come back. Hell, bring back ink armor and stingray too. Bring back everything. Bring it all back. All right. Torture from all 3 games in one. That'd be hilarious, and I'd love to see. Imagine competitive, bro. Imagine competitive to be ink armor, stingray everywhere. Ink armor everywhere, main power up, everyone's running that. It would be insane, but very amusing to watch. And the last one, this might be asking for too much, but more sub weapons, please. All right, we have 19 specials in the game. We got a handful of specials in Splatoon 3 alone. Well, we got 2 new specials this past season with Screen and Triple Splashdown, and then we got Tacticooler, we got Crab Tank, we got Killer Whale 5.1, we got Big Bubbler. Like, we got so many new specials just in Splatoon 3 alone, and yet we only got 1 sub, literally 1 sub, and that's Angle Shooter. All these specials, we had over half a dozen specials and 1 angle shooter, or 1 sub. So Splatoon 4, I want to see a lot more subs being introduced. I think we have enough specials for now. Y'all can like pull back on the specials and start giving us more subs. I'm not sure what they could be based on. Bring back Seeker. We could have Seeker and Curling Bomb. Shit, I don't know. But just at least give us quite a bit more subs. All right, we haven't had really any, except before Splatoon 3 it was Torpedo and Splodacan, right? And that was it. Since then we've gotten Angle Shooter, so we haven't had a brand new sub since launch of Splatoon 3, and then before that we got 2 new ones post launch Splatoon 2. So I think we have enough specials. Just please give us more subs. That's really about it. I'm sure I can think of other things, but I can't think of them right now. So those are the main 4 to recap. First one is more, let us use Grizzco weapons more, whether that be in actual Salmon run rotations or in private lobbies, especially in the private lobbies. I don't know why that's not an option. For the second one, more customization, more specifically being able to color and choose the color of the fingertips and hair tips of our Inklings and Octolings, and being able to cross pick hairstyles from each race. That may kind of defeat the purpose of exclusive hairstyles, so you kind of have to choose between Inkling or Octoling, but I mean, I don't think it'd be that big of a compromise. Third would be to give us more abilities, more new abilities, with the main one that I want the most is increased jump height, abilities that will incrementally increase your jump height. I don't think that would be too broken or game changing. That wouldn't really make anything unfair. I mean, we have abilities to increase our swim speed, so why not to increase our jump height? I don't really see the issue with that. And then finally would be to give us more subs. I want more sub weapons. We have enough specials. Just give us more subs for the love of Frye, please. But that's really about it. So see you next mission and play some goddamn Splatty.